All right, welcome to the fifth and final video inside of the lesson regarding activity feeds for your own custom native mobile app utilizing Decyphor on a white label basis for both you and your clients. If you're building them for your clients or even for yourself, this will review what you can do and how you can manage your app. And over the next coming lessons, reviewing each module to get clearer and clearer what is possible and what you can create. And the epiphanies will start to happen consistently and daily, and you'll have a much better creative experience managing and building your own native mobile app with the mobile builder, the sandbox environment via super admin. So what I'm going to show you here real quick is just a very brief overview of the filtering options inside activity feeds. At the top here, you can see those filter options, and they will pop up as you start to interact with the platform. When you start off, if you're a fresh account, there's really not much available at the top for filters. But as you create groups and courses and start to mention or get mentioned and start to follow and connect and like content, it will show up here for you in real time. So what I'm going to do is, just as an example, show you likes. And the likes are displayed based on the content that you have liked personally. Not what people have liked of your content, but what you have liked. Because we want to have a quick way to go and view that which we've already declared, interesting to ourselves, and be able to shut off the rest of it. That's what I would like to have the users experience with Decyphor. All of these filtering options you can change inside of the network settings, which we'll review again later inside of this course after you've gone through each one of the individual modules in depth. All right. But with the activity module, at the top, again, you have all updates, likes. You can filter by just your connections. So you can follow users without connecting with them, and their info or their content will show up inside of your activity feed. If you're following them, then you can unfollow them and it will remove it from the site-wide activity or the all updates filter, as we see here. Groups will just show you the activity that's taking place within a group. So if I go and select groups, then it's going to show me every group that I'm a part of, okay? If I want to see individual group activity, I go to the groups page, and then I can select the individual group and view that activity exclusively, all right? So if we go back to the activity feed here, we can see that mentions will show, and this is when people mention you, not the other way around. When you mention others, it's when people mention you. So what I'll do here on my desktop, you're not going to see it happen, but I'm just going to do it real quick inside my timeline with the bot Omega, is I'm going to mention myself at admin and say, what's up? And so that way, when I go and I filter on mentions, so there came the notification, Omega mentioned you. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open that. It shows me where he mentioned me. And then if I go back and I filter on mentions, then it will pull open that activity. And that activity then will be filterable. So when I'm going through my main activity feed for site-wide, it will only show me those who've mentioned me in comments. And then if I want to just check in on those that I'm following that I'm not directly connected to necessarily, or anybody that I'm following in general, I would just click on the following tab. You can connect with users and not follow them, and those connected users will still show all their information inside the all updates. So you'll see what your connections are doing, and I'll show you an example of that real quick. So if I'm connected to Omega and I'm following him, well, I'm going to unfollow Omega and I'm going to stay connected. And if I refresh my page, Omega, his activity still shows inside the activity feed. But if I go to following, then his activity will no longer be in the following section. I can go back to the all updates. I can see Omega's there. I'm going to click on Omega. I'm going to follow him back. And now that I've followed him back, if I go back to the main activity feed and go to following, then his information will pop up again there on a refresh. So you can segregate between the two of just who you're following and those who you're connected with, or you can have both and say, okay, well, if I'm connected to this person, I want to see all their updates, even if I'm searching by those I'm following, I'm going to follow them, and it's going to make sure to keep their daily activities up in front of my eyes inside the all updates. If I'm connected with somebody and I'm not following all of their activity, the only thing I'm going to see from them are any comments or replies they make on my content. any tags that they have when they tag me inside their own content, or any push notifications I get from them messaging me on the platform or replying to any discussions and forums, etc. Okay? So that kind of helps you segregate the activity separate between the two. And if you go into a group and you go to the group feed, you'll notice that there is no filtering inside the group feed. And this is done specifically because we've replaced that with a search. So inside this group feed for search, I'm going to do groups. And there it's going to pull open anything that has to do with groups module, right? So if I do messages, nothing found there. If I do activity, there it shows me everything related to the activity module. And if I get rid of the search inside the group, it will show me everything available inside this group. So as we can see, there are forums and members. If I search forums, it shows me what's related to forums. Members shows me what's related to members. Okay, so that's how you can separate your information inside of a group and filter it that way. It doesn't have to be site-wide filtering, and better yet, with your activity feed, you can even search your activity feed here, and I'll do members. And it will show me everything that is related to members inside the activity feed there. If I do knowledge base, oh, let's just do knowledge. Did I spell it wrong? Let's see here. Done. All updates. Let's see. Activity. We'll do activity instead of knowledge base, being that it's a group. We'll just do activity. And there it shows me everything related to the activity discussion inside of the knowledge base group. Okay. So if you want to search by knowledge base for the group, you would just go to groups here, and then knowledge base would show up for you, or you'd go into the individual group to search it that way. If you come across any bugs or any small hiccups like this that you notice, please go into your more page inside settings, and then go ahead and report that bug or send us feedback, either one. And if you can, upload a video of that and send it to us so we can see what you're seeing, and then we can go ahead and we can work on the back end to squash that. And typically turn around for squashing bugs, we try to have an update to the app every Friday. And so if you report something today, it may take a couple weeks for us to squash it, to identify it, squash it, and fix it, and make sure that it works after debugging and beta testing it to make sure that it works. But we will get it done for you as soon as possible. And remember that this is a continuous ongoing development process. And inside of Decyphor, of Decyphor on the homepage, you will be able to track that progress via the roadmap. The roadmap's going to give you a real-time update of everything that's happening throughout the app as a whole. And that way you can then take that information and you can relay that to your clients, or even update your own roadmap and copy paste the info from the website, or even just direct link to the roadmap page on Decyphor if you want. It's up to you. All right, guys, that's how you filter through content. The same thing, I guess, could be said once you're inside of a group and inside of a forum. You can go inside that forum, and inside of the individual activity, there are no filtering other than tags. And those tags really are just for you to be able to know what it's about. We're going to dive more deep into how to organize content inside of forums and discussions in the next upcoming lessons. And other than that, though, if you do want to search for a forum in particular, you can do so from the top here in the search. Same goes for groups, and same goes for courses. Okay? If you guys have any questions, let us know. We're here to help you. We want to see you guys have success with your own native mobile app. And now you're going to move into the next couple modules, and it's going to start to unlock the possibilities and help you visualize what you're able to accomplish building your own native mobile app. We'll see you on the next lesson.